What, Freya? Come here, mamas. Hey, girl. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to let you up here. I got my books up here. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Julie, Deja Vu Psychic Speaks. We are going to take a look at this huge stack of books that I got at Barnes & Noble. Sorry, I got a little distracted there picking up this heavy stack here. So on the Salem trip, you might have seen some of the little vlogs and stuff that I just posted up about the trip that we just got back from a couple weeks ago. Well, on the way back up, we stopped in Portland and hit up the something center. It was like the mall with the skating rink in the middle of it. Can't remember the name of it, but yeah, just go check out that vlog and you'll see not only the mall with the skating center, but a whole bunch of other cool stuff. And it's super, super fun. But I picked up a whole bunch of excellent magical books and tools and history. So I got all of this, and I'm going to go one by one and talk to you guys about the items that I purchased, and then maybe tell you kind of what I had in mind, all that fun stuff. So let's get into it. So one of the things that I found the Palmistry Bible, the Definitive Guide to Hand Reading by Jane Struthers. I am so excited about this because I have always wanted to do palm reading. This is the Palmistry Bible, right? So I'm going to be able to have this in my little toolbox. I would love to really learn like real traditional practices. So, let's see here. Love and relationships. They have the lines of the hands, so showing you the lines of the hands. All of that cool stuff. Very curved, normal. The heart lines, so it's really going into detail here. Getting to know the fingers. I love it. I just love it. So the first finger is Saturn. So there's a little tip for you. And I just cannot wait. I cannot wait to read through this. The next thing that I got, I love this so much. I love this. Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. And you can see, like, they're just super cute, so modern. And then when I was actually looking through it, because I've been wanting to make my own tarot deck for doing victims readings, missing persons readings and stuff, and I just feel like each tarot card or each card that I have didn't really have the words or the phrases or the symbolism that would help me understand the message that I'm getting in regards to a victim or missing persons. But lately, all the new decks that I've been accumulating, it's so funny. They have words, symbols, or beings that I was going to put in my actual handmade deck. So it's actually making less work for me, and the handmade deck can be really, you know, a lot smaller, more specific. But so this one, let's take a look at some of the cards. I love this box. It's a perfect little box. I love how big these cards are. A lot bigger than any of the cards that I have up to this point. They got this really pretty little slightly rose gold colored crown on a black background with stars. And then it has really nice imagery. Really simple, but you can definitely glean a message from them. So this one's Universe, we are all just stardust. That's so funny because I just posted my collage on Instagram talking about how like we're made of stars and like the DNA helix. And anyway, go check that out. If you're not following me on Instagram, definitely go follow me on Instagram because I do a lot of things like daily, regularly, and just a lot of creative photography, little clip videos, recipes, just all the fun stuff, right? So definitely go follow me on Instagram. But it's really cool because how funny, like, this is how the universe speaks to me. Like, every little thing starts to come together when I really get my flow. Like, I recently did a spell, and I'm probably, because the spell worked so well, going to maybe show you guys how to do it. I really want to get into showing you guys how to do spells, but I just kind of started putting my spells back together just from being homeless and not having a place to practice. So anyway, but yeah, so that's how it works for me, is like every little thing is connected. And then of course the first card I pull is this one, and I actually shuffled it but didn't pay attention to what was on top. But anyway, okay, enough chatter, super, super cute, modern imagery with words and symbols that will definitely help me. Don't doubt your self-worth. Lighthouse. That is super cute. And look, her hair color, it's like red and just so cute. And then it has a photograph that says I am always enough. So I'm loving these. I'm loving these. Dragons. Slay them all. I love dragons, but there are good and bad serpent type creatures as well as dragons. So I can definitely see the concept behind that, you know, slay that dragon, and the dragon being whatever's attacking you, whatever's oppressing you, whatever's trying to hurt you. So definitely. The lioness. I'm loving the curvy girl look, right? So these are all women in the imagery, but hey, who cares? Man, woman, I'm sure that we'll get messages from them in our future tarot readings. And I actually have a new video coming up in a couple days, next Tuesday, that will be going up on Tuesday, and it's going to be a tarot reading using all of my new decks, my old decks and my new decks, or some variation of them. Oh, sorry, I got something in my eye. Come on. You know, it's so weird. At like 3, this has been happening a lot, but it's like maybe 4, it's 5:15 right now in the morning, and I've been up all night because that's just my schedule. You guys know that by now, because I'm a night worker, and my girlfriend's gone at night, and I just, you know, I'm just a big scaredy cat, and I don't go to sleep at night. I just don't very often. But the weirdest thing happened and has been happening, I'm hearing the gravel like right outside of my trailer making noise, and Freya, 3:40, between 3:15 and 3:45, she started barking a little head off and going and like sniffing at the door. Like literally like somebody's standing out there. It's the weirdest thing ever. And it's happened a few times. So I don't know if I have a creeper. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, so that happened tonight, and so I've been even extra paranoid tonight. That was so off topic. The next amazing thing. I'm so happy. You know, I don't preach spending a lot of money on magical tools. I don't feel like you need anything. But there's so much fun when you're able to accumulate certain things that you feel drawn to and that will help enhance your practice and that bring you joy and bring beauty into your life. And if that makes you happy, wonderful. Obviously, you can get oracle messages, you can get all sorts of results from very simple, basic things and the things that you already have. But you know, I've been practicing for many, many years, and in my first year, my second year, my third year, my fourth year, I didn't go out and buy a bunch of stuff. I used whatever I had around me. But, you know, now things kind of are coming to me, and I'm more stable financially, and I can go buy things if I'm interested or if it catches my eye. So it's a lot of fun, but I don't want these hauls to make people feel bad or like they don't have enough tools to practice or anything like that, because it's just a process, and it's a process of growing and accumulating the things that make you feel like you and make your practice feel unique and special and functional. So don't feel, you know, don't feel like I'm doing this to like show, oh yes, go spend a bunch of money. these hauls are, you know, once a year, once every couple of years shopping trips, and they're not even over like $200. So I'm not a huge spender. I don't go and buy this stuff constantly. I do little shopping trips here and there, but yeah, so I just want to really not enforce, really make that statement to you guys that it's not about constantly buying for the practice. It's more about using what you have. But of course, I'm supporting artists, I'm accumulating tools, and let's get back to the fun. This here is the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. You guys, I have always felt drawn to shamanism. Cyrus, I'm talking. Mama, I'm talking. Go nai-nai. Go nai-nai. You talk over me every time. She talks over me every time. Okay, so the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck, right? I'm so excited right now. I've always felt drawn to shamanism. These beautiful eyes right here. Magnet opens up. You got the book. Really nice, thick, descriptive book. I love this forest green they used. That is like my favorite color green. And then it describes all the cards in great detail and has a black and white copy of the card there, which is really nice. So there's the book. Very beautifully done. And then you pull out the string to get the deck of cards. So I'm going to set this down. These are also a little bit bigger. They're a little bit wider than a normal deck of cards. That's what it seems like to me. And I just cut a strip of red tape paper and then taped it all around to make it like laminated so that I had a sleeve to keep them, you know, nice. These cards are just, the artisticness is beautiful. It's almost like watercolor. Okay, and this deck has things like the curse, water, like the concept of like maybe the person is near water or emotions are involved. Like I could really read into this depending on the reading, the question, and the person that I'm reading. I could get so much just from this simple card with the number 61 on it. So I'm loving that they have a number on them. They have a basic symbol, the blade. This is the deck that I felt would be really good for the victims reading, because the blade, I mean, I can read this in other ways, but if I'm talking about a victim and I'm asking that question, well, maybe perhaps here, but I have a goal of definitely aiding the process of finding answers, as many other people online are, when it comes to our missing peoples. And for me, I'm going to attempt to use tarot, divination, and stuff like that. So I do feel like these tarot cards have came to me. I didn't research them. I went and I shopped and I looked at them and I just went with the one that felt right for me. The Child. I'm just really looking forward to using these in many upcoming readings. I know that my channel kind of has ebbs and flows, and sometimes there's a little bit of a standstill. You guys are like, where's the tarot content? Where's the witchy stuff? Well, that's sharing a pretty deep side of myself, and it takes me quite a bit of a build up to feel comfortable and ready to you know, start expressing those things and sharing those things. I mean, it can create a lot of judgment from people, and you know, people might not believe how I believe, so I get really nervous. But I feel like a great way to start sharing my psychicness and my witchcrafts would be probably through these oracle cards. I didn't want to be the person that started having a huge tarot collection, and I feel like I should stop, because 4 decks I feel is plenty, but they are so artistic and so beautiful, and they all offer something different, so it just makes it really fun to bring new ones into the collection. So, you know, hopefully I slow down. The next book that I'm so happy about, look, you guys can Google, you, me, anybody, everybody. This is the information age. Information is out there. I can Google. It's not going to give you the very deep levels of the knowledge. In my personal opinion, I think there is a level, and then to go deeper, you really do, I really do, we all do, we need books. We need, somebody has spent their whole life's work and they wrote it out in great detail, and you buy the book and you have it for reference and you have it, you know what I mean? So I got, that was quite the intro for this, How to Read the Akashic Records, Accessing the Archive of the Soul and Its Journey by Linda Howe. And this is a very nice book. Oh, what's this? Dear Sounds True Friend. Free audio programs. Okay, I just cannot wait to read. I think this is going to be one of the first ones I read, because I feel like I was starting to access my Akashic records, but I kind of stopped. I stopped meditating. I went and got clean. Well, I used drugs and then I got clean, and so I've had kind of a cycle that kind of interrupted my spiritual growth. So anyway, that's for another story. If you want to hear more about that, just leave a comment down below. My life was in poverty, surrounded by drugs, taken advantage of. Just, I've been through a lot of pain, and I know that in the Akashic Records, I'm going to get information as to why I went through all those things and how I can help other people. Another, leading into getting this knowledge and this information, I can type all day long. Symbolism of the moon, symbolism of gold, symbolism of the number 22. All day long I can go typing that in, but there's more a theory behind it, and so I'm really excited to read The Sacred History, How Angels, Mystics, and Higher Intelligence Made Our World. I'm so excited to read this. I didn't actually read that it said how they made our world, but at the end of the day, this book caught my eye, and it has a lot of imagery, lots of imagery. I just skipped another page that had imagery. Symbolism. It talks about all different cultures, religions, and occult knowledge, the knowledge that was meant to be hidden, why only the priests or the leaders of the religious people knew the actual reason behind certain symbolism. So I'm excited to dive deep and see what this teaches me. I think that I had this book at one point. Many years ago, I went to one of my favorite stores up here, and I feel like I had this book, Hands of Light, A Guide to Healing Through the Human Energy Field. I really feel like I've already had this book, but I lost it over the years, and it's got, the actual, chakra. It's got, some scientific stuff up in here. How to do the practices of Reiki, and it's so in depth, and I feel like this is where I started, and this is where I need to go back to. Even psychological stuff. It had those bubbles that I just passed was like thought forms and the negative thinking and stuff that people do and everything, and so I this is really where I started. I started finding out, look at that beautiful picture, that I was a little bit different, or that I was seeing certain things a certain way through seeing energy, looking at animals and plants and seeing the sparkly, shiny movement around a person. And then even in school, when my teachers were up against the whiteboard, I could see their energy fields. And then over the years, I've developed that skill, and it's going to start by textbook education. So I'm really, really excited about this, you guys. And the last, final, but not least, sorry, I was staring over there because there are a couple other books, but I didn't purchase them in this shopping trip, but I wanted to tell you guys about those. But the last book from this particular shopping trip a couple weeks ago, A History of Magic, Witchcraft, and the Occult. History is my thing. I'm a history nerd, a history buff, all that good stuff. Magic has intrigued us for thousands of years. Since prehistoric times, people have looked to other realms to explain the wonders of the universe. So I love this beautiful brown color. These books, they're so beautiful, and I'm so happy to have them. There's tons of amazing pictures. It actually goes into the history of these religions. It's going into the history of these occult practices. and I am just so excited to educate myself even more on this. And what I love about this is sometimes when I research and I Google, I'm only getting information on one topic because I don't really know what to look for completely. None of us really do. Well, some of us do probably, but I haven't known what to look for. But the thing is, these writers have put it together in an organized fashion to help you and me find out what to look for. There was the tarot cards. So now I know how things are connected, and now I know how to go deeper into my research because I'm going to learn things that I can actually research even further and see it all connected in one educational material. So I'm super excited about that. I hope that this was as fun for you as it was for me, and just a couple bonus books that I have that I have never showed you guys. This I got for Christmas a couple years back from my sister-in-law, my brother's partner. They've been together for many years, and I love this book so much. It's great for using in magic. It's actually more of a scientific book, but it's very useful for magic because it gives you all the information. It gives you the molecule information. It gives you so much about the gemstones and the rocks and everything like that from Earth, that honestly you can find even more magical stuff about it. Calcite. I think I just bought calcite at a witch shop. So these things, there's even more about them. So I love this because this is an amazing handbook. Here's fluorite crystals. It tells the composition, its uses, rocks and minerals. Amazing book. That is definitely one of my tools as well. And then another book, and I really have no clue where or how I got this book, and that is the story of so many items that I have, is A Pocket Guide to Dreams. And I just really like this one because it has lots of great pictures. It goes into detail and really helps you. Dreams of landscapes, rivers, lakes, and streams. So just because this is a dream book, it's actually an overall symbolism book, because the symbols in your dream is the same symbolism as in reality. I mean, are we dreaming or are we awake? I mean, really. But the point that I'm making is that it's the same symbols. So this is a whole compilation of all sorts of symbolism. Those are the two bonus books, A Pocket Guide to Dreams and Rocks and Minerals. So thank you so much for joining me, and I really, really look forward to putting together some stones, some symbols, and some herbs, and assisting you guys in putting together really powerful spells to help you manifest things in your life that will make your life better and more safe and more enjoyable and more fulfilling. And I really prefer to discuss magic theory as opposed to just telling you put a sprinkle of cinnamon and a sprinkle of sugar and all of a sudden you're going to have love. I really like to discuss more the theory behind everything, and I hope that that will assist people who are beginning on this journey or even advanced and just love discussing this stuff with fellow witches. I hope that gives a deeper and better discussion instead of me just telling you exactly what to do. I would like to share the theory, if I haven't said that enough. And that is my theory. Anyway, I hope that you have a beautiful, wonderful, magical day. Thank you for joining me, and make sure to take some time to read 20 minutes a day, just like back in elementary school, and you will go far. Bye.